Time for Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever at the Butterfly Palace. Springfield Green County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And it's Thursday. We're moving this week along, and the warm weather is, man, something. I saw that we might set a record for warmth today for...
What?
Yeah, February 1st.
I didn't get that memo.
It's okay with me. I mean, check with Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather coming up.
I will. Don't worry. I like to have a real meteorologist in my life.
Take my word for it. But it's warm. I like that. And sunny. Right, let's do some news.
Okay, here it is. Parents may be one step closer to picking which school their kid goes to, regardless of where they live. A bill that would allow students to enroll in neighboring school districts won initial approval in the Missouri House. It could soon be headed to the Senate, although it's not to that point just yet. Similar bills have gotten traction in the past, as you might remember, but never been fully approved. This one, though, is a little different. This bill includes an online portal that would allow districts to track the number of students who have applied to enroll at a district or even in a school building. So, very interesting. It seems affordable towing has been in the news a lot lately, and that is correct. And here it is again. Yesterday, firefighters spent several hours working to knock down a big fire and then some billowing smoke that was coming from a really part of the defunct car lot that is out there in Northeast Springfield. Several vehicles caught fire, as well as a bus. That company's been closed for several months because the owner of it got in trouble with the federal law he went to prison for illegally tampering with the emissions controls of his company's tow trucks at Affordable, which got him in trouble with the EPA.
Yeah. Local lawmaker could soon be known statewide, not just locally. State Senator Lincoln Huff is considering a run for lieutenant governor. He currently represents some of Greene County and has 2 years left on his term. He also serves in helping to formulate the $53 billion state budget, which he says adds to his qualifications as he strongly considers a run for lieutenant governor. We'll let you know if that ends up being true. It seems like there are more deliveries out there now than ever before. There's Amazon and other online stores that are delivering things constantly, dropping stuff at your doorstep. But even so, UPS is apparently struggling to the tune of planning to cut 12,000 of its employees. Apparently it has 500,000 employees globally, so 12,000 really isn't that many percentage-wise, but it's a lot if it's you, that's for sure. UPS says revenue is down, costs are up. In year-over-year revenues, UPS reports a $9 billion decline. So that is sizable. Employees who were laid off, UPS says, will get severance packages and some help finding job replacement elsewhere.
Watch out. Online cyber crimes are up, and our FBI fears that it could get way worse. Specifically, our government is pretty concerned that China may be after us electronically. Now, it's one thing online, but this is what the FBI says. He says that he's concerned about American infrastructure, specifically like our power grids, our oil and gas pipelines, and our water systems. So cyber attacks might be coming down the pike for are leading up to this upcoming election as well. That was another thing that they were talking about. So seems like a pretty major deal, but the FBI director seems to think we are not doing enough to fight it. He calls this this is a quote, the defining threat of our generation.
Well, here's the deal. If we're just now thinking about this, then we're all in big trouble because China's been thinking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
And man, oh man. I mean, could you imagine the chaos if the power grid goes down in a major city for an extended period of time?
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. So I know you'll remember this because I remember having a conversation with you in bed that morning. But about 6 months ago, when the power went out early on a Sunday morning, do you remember this?
I do.
I remember because I was speaking out of town at a church out of town. and I actually needed to like get ready because I didn't know. I mean, I would feel less that way if I knew all the people in the congregation, but I was like, oh man, we're out of power. And I just had this thought. I was like, this is it. We're out of power. And it's going to stay this way for a while. Do you remember this? And I said that to you. And you were kind of like, yeah, I think so. And then we were wrong. Then there was like a car that ran into a power pole. Like, but it felt like, didn't it feel weighty? I was like, oh man, here we go.
Today's the day.
I know. It was weird.
Today's the day. Without, one of those EMPs is detonated and all the electronics go down. Man, oh man. Everybody should have a plan for what to do for your family during that time, how to just survive, because it's going to be survival at that point. But let's hope it doesn't happen. But sounds like we're not prepared.
Yeah.
Which is my concern.
Yes, that was from the FBI director there. So,
well, that's great news. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Is this you or me? Who's next?
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. We'll switch gears to something a little happier.
And it has me in it. So, there you go. Keep going.
Super Bowl. When you tune in on not this Sunday, but next Sunday, Missouri S&T student will be on your screen. This is cool. Former student. Tershawn Wharton played all 4 years at Missouri S&T in Rolla. This will be his third trip to the Super Bowl, which, I mean, that's unbelievable. He was drafted by the Chiefs in 2020. What a professional career, even if he doesn't play much. What a professional career he's had to be on all these, to be at 4 out of 5 Super Bowls. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And this was written for me to say that Sarah's alma mater, it says here.
I wrote this. This is the part that I wrote.
Oklahoma State actually boasts the most players who will be playing in this year's Super Bowl. That number is 6. So more.
You guys, that's like a claim to fame. I feel like I should get, I don't know, a gold star or free Dr. Pepper. One of the two.
That's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of big college programs out there. And for Oklahoma State to have the most players in this year's Super Bowl is pretty impressive.
Yes. So I made Ethan say that, and I love it. I love to hear it like roll off his lips so well.
I don't mind. I root for the Cowboys. Who cares?
Yeah. Okay.
Tomorrow is the first day of Friday, or the first Friday art walk, I should say. Good news. We'll have some much nicer weather too, it appears, certainly than in recent weeks, happening downtown Springfield. And you know what it features: local artists, live music, art demonstrations, food, and frivolity. It's fun. It's a fun time. You can head down to Park Central Square tomorrow night and be part of that if you like. It'll be nice to just get out of the house and not have to wear a parka.
Yes. Yes, I know. Also this weekend, warmer weather must be here to stay because it is time for the annual Lake Life Expo. It's happening this weekend inside the Expo Center, the state's largest boating and lake life show. It is February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, free admission for all. And their little catch line is, it's more than just a boat show. I like that. Okay. I like that.
I don't know that it means warm weather is here to stay, but it means that there's the promise of warm weather to come.
Right.
Because eventually,
good. You're right.
Eventually, we'll be back on boats and we'll be enjoying ourselves.
Yes. And then I thought this was kind of cute for Valentine's Day. I know that it's only the 1st, but you only have 13 more days to prepare. And this is a sad story, but it's a good story. It is about a long love story in Alabama. A couple was married for 59 years and they died moments apart because they could not live without each other. Over more than a century may have a somber ending, but their daughter says she feels they are very blessed to have left this world side by side. And I would say so. The family of Tommy and Catherine Barron says that they were devastated to hear that the couple died within hours of each other back on January 24th. And their only daughter says that their parents' relationship was the great American love story. They met in 1964, and it was love at first sight.
They were married for 59 years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
died at almost the same time. That's incredible. That's cool.
That's going to happen to us.
You think?
Yeah.
You're going to get 10 years of your life cut short.
That's okay.
Is it?
Yeah. If I'm going at the same time you are, if we've been married for 59 years.
Well, listen, we got married when I was 35.
Mm-hmm.
So 59 plus 35 is probably a lot. So that'd be
96.
Yeah, 90 something. Anyway, I don't know.
I am so bad at math.
I don't know if I
could.
I think it's in the 90s. It's something 90.
Hey, your dad is almost 92.
I talked to him yesterday, and he sounded great. He said he feels like he's 60 or not even.
I believe it.
He's doing well. He's living life.
Ethan's dad is amazing. He really is.
Yeah, he's doing all right. So that's cool.
Yep.
So and on his side of the family, I have longevity. On my mom's side, not so much. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Well, okay. Let me give you this before we go, because it is Valentine's Day and a lot of people they don't have a plan yet. Around the Ozarks wants to help you, and one winner of listeners to our podcast gets a $50 gift card to Civil Kitchen and a $25 gift card to Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. You can register right now at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on contest. While you're there, you'll see a second contest, which is to the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off. And that's so fun. You'll get tickets there, a pair of tickets. And it's always a good time. If you've not been to the Chili Cook-Off, you need to go. It's a rite of passage to live in this town. And we're giving away tickets. So you can check it out at aroundtheozarks.com or download our new app for free. It's a free download, Around the Ozarks. It has our podcast, Abby's Wake Up Weather, Ned Reynolds, Scott Perrier with sports, Janet and Woody, because they're awesome and hilarious. And probably other people, but I can't even think of who else. Did I forget anybody? There's a lot of us.
Rewind with Woody and Janet, Scott Perrier.
Yeah.
And us.
Okay.
And I think they have yeah.
Okay.
So check it out.
Check it out, download it, and play in the competition, because your odds are way better than the lottery. There you go.
No doubt.
Okay.
And have a fantastic Thursday. Enjoy the warmth. Stick around for Abby's Wake Up Weather, and we'll see you back here tomorrow to wrap up the week.
Sounds good. Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to February. It's not going to feel like February today. A beautiful day on tap for us, and morning temperatures are near 40 degrees. It's a good indication that it's going to be a nice warm afternoon. How about 63 degrees for the afternoon high today? It's going to be a fantastic day for some outdoor time. I'm giving everybody some spring fever. I was in the store the other day and I see that some of those spring items are out, the early planting stuff. Too early for that. But the 60-degree weather is really going to have us itching for some warmer weather that's here to stay. Beautiful weather on tap, really, for the first 2 weeks of this new month. January, on a whole, ended up very cold in the Ozarks. We were below average by a couple of degrees. And now we are starting off the new month on a warm note, which is a welcome change for us. Temperatures this morning, upper 30s, low 40s, and we are going to see numbers that top out in the mid 60s today. Dry conditions are in the forecast, and high temperatures will be in the 60s for nearly everybody across the Ozarks. A little bit of cloud cover is in my forecast. I do have some of the clouds that will linger around, so pay attention to that. However, I think it would still be a good idea to bring the sunglasses and just a light jacket today. It's that time of the year where we can see some pretty big swings from morning low to afternoon high. This beautiful weather is going to stick with us. Nice again in the forecast tomorrow. We get to round out the work week on a really nice note before some potential for rain moves back into the forecast. That's going to happen for both Saturday and Sunday. I have weekend rain chances back in the forecast and numbers that are going to be slightly cooler to account for some of the cloud cover and some of the rain that will be with us for the weekend. By the way, the weekend forecast, it's not a washout. about a 50% chance for rain each day, both Saturday and Sunday. But the warmer weather looks to return as we head into the early parts of next week. I have additional chances for temperatures to get back into the 60s and really some mild conditions ahead on the whole. So things are looking pretty good for us. The Climate Prediction Center issues a map that kind of looks out for the second week of February. It's also looking way above average, not just for the Midwest, but also for the Ohio River Valley, the Great Lakes region, which are oftentimes just buried in the bitter cold and the snow chances this time of the year. Looks like we get a little bit of relief for the start of the new month, and it should extend into at least the second half of February. So high temperatures today, how about 63 degrees? It's going to be a nice day to get outdoors. Conditions are going to feel fantastic. A partly sunny sky is in the forecast today, and we've got a south wind 10 to 20 miles an hour. So a little bit breezy this afternoon. That may be the only thing that slows you down if you're getting out to enjoy the warm weather. By the time we get to tomorrow, I have a mostly cloudy sky back in the forecast, but high temps should still make it to the low 60s. A southeast breeze with us on Friday, and then chances for rain move in Friday night into early Saturday. Showers do look likely on Saturday, but mainly before noon. And then another chance for rain will move in for us on Sunday. I expect, though, that high temps by Sunday fall back to near 50 degrees. So that's when you're going to really experience the cool down. Around the country, what's making headlines? Yesterday, I told you about all of that active weather for portions of the Northwest, both Oregon and California seeing some really heavy rainfall. Atmospheric river conditions are really continuing out there. A winter low pressure system churning a whole lot of moisture into the state of California. We're going to hear about that in the national headlines tomorrow. I also have conditions that are really warm, not just here in the Ozarks. It's a huge chunk of the country experiencing temperatures that are 15 to 30 degrees above normal. That's happening from the plains to the upper and middle parts of the Mississippi Valley. And we are getting in on that warmth here in the Ozarks. And I think a lot of folks are really happy about that. You can make your outdoor plans for both today and tomorrow. All right, here's the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question for the day. The next best chance to win $20 to Scooter's Coffee. Here it is. This is the question that I left you with yesterday, and it has to do with house cats. We let them live in our homes, but they are genetically similar, 95.6% genetically similar to which big cat? Options I gave you were A, a jaguar, B, a leopard, C, a lion, or D, a tiger. Well, house cats and tigers share more than 95% of the exact same DNA. This startling discovery came from researchers who were working to save big cats around the world. One of the cats that they tested while doing this research was a Siberian tiger. There are estimated to be less than 4,000 Siberian tigers living around the world. And while doing some genetic testing, they realized that it was eerily similar to the DNA of a domestic house cat. So if you ever think your cat is acting a little wild, it's not their fault. They are very close to a tiger. We let them live in our homes. Our cat sometimes acts like a tiger herself. It's in her DNA. I guess I can say that now. Congrats if D was your guess. You can submit those guesses, by the way, at aroundtheozarks.com. And every single day we give away $20 to Scooter's Coffee from all of the correct answers. Here's your next best chance to win. What was Betty White's legal first name? A, Beatrice, B, Bethany, C, Elizabeth, or D, Betty? No Googling, just play for fun. You can do that aroundtheozarks.com again. Enter that. We have a whole lot of fun things going on, though, while you're on the website. Not only can you enter the Around the Ozarks Brain Twister trivia question, but we have two other contests running right now. Will you be the Around the Ozarks Valentine? You can enter to win a $50 gift card to Civil Kitchen and a $25 gift card to Alamo Draft House. We are also giving away away a pair of tickets to the Sertoma Chili Cook-Off. Winners will receive a pair of tickets to the 2024 Chili Cook-Off. So head to the website. You can win all sorts of tickets to events, restaurants, and of course, Scooters Coffee here at Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Thanks to our sponsors, Scooters and Rescue Towing. I sure appreciate you listening today. And if you don't already have it, make sure you download the Around the Ozarks app. You can listen to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather and all of our other fantastic podcasts there. So make sure you download the app, and I will be back to chat with you tomorrow morning. Enjoy this beautiful day. Soak it up. Sunshine, 63 degrees. We'll chat tomorrow.